everyone, welcome back to Happy TV for another crossbreeding tutorials. By the way, this is Mark, and for today's video we will be discussing how to create full gold guppy fish. I made this video because a lot of our fellow hobbyists asked me about it, so this time I'm gonna show you how to do it. But first we need to know the three major basics of breeding. First, outcross breeding. This refers to the mating of two unrelated guppies, while inbreeding reduces the variation of your offspring that sometimes produces new set of traits, and line breeding helps keep your gene pool intact or making your guppy fish strain strong. But outcrossing corrects or adds a gene to your strain, so what we're gonna do today is to outcross our strain here. By the way, my friend Rapi has albino yellow king cobra or AYKZ, so we're gonna ask that strain to him because he said it's for free. So let's go. So here, as what you can see, yellow king cobra shows strong yellow color that would become the base color on developing full gold guppy fish. And if you look closely, some of the males have been inbred, or in other words, on their body they don't have any shades of snake skin pattern. So we're gonna choose that. And also, as what I've said in our previous video, you cannot say that inbreeding is not good, because on this method you will find some interesting results that you can develop into a new type of strain, just like what we have here. And for females, we are going to choose female as much as possible don't have shades of pattern on their caudal fins, because we're gonna turn that into solid color. So after selecting the traits that we want, from here you can choose whether you want to cross them with yellow Pingo guppy or German yellow strain or yellow Mica-Reef or HB yellow type of strain. And of course, it always depends on the traits that you want to introduce to create your personal preferences. So here you can choose from this 4 strain to be crossed to our AYKZ inbreed here. And moreover, if you don't have those 4 strains that I mentioned, you can still develop AYKZ into full gold by creating line 1 and line 2 inbreed guppy fish. And trust me, soon you'll have a good result. Just do the selective breeding. And for those who are new to crossbreeding hobby, by the way, this method is the most useful to make a new set of strain by crossing close related traits guppies to come up with a new one. Or you may want to get a bigger dorsal fin, or improve the color, or rectify a defect in the caudal fin, or you may even want to create a totally new strain, just like what we do today. And also, outcrossing demands plenty of tank space and patience to carry out the required back crosses and end up with results that you want. You'll need to use established strains whose genetics are stable and introducing new blood to the other one to make the strain pure, or meaning that all of its offspring look identical. Finally, try the cross both ways, female to outcross strain and male to outcross strain. You may not know whether the trait that you want is X or Y chromosome link. And in addition, when crossing guppies, you should keep your record with you. This is one of the most important disciplines needed when working with any guppy fish crossbreeding, is to keep good records. You should be able to tell where are you already in your crossbreeding experiment, or producing potential traits on what stage, level, or it should be crossed to other traits from what generation. Keeping records now will be useful in future generations. Record keeping is simple and helps to keep track the progress of a particular strain that you want to produce. For each drop, you should keep track of the number of young, the number of males and females, how many calls, and are you close already to your goals? This way you will know which fish through the preferred traits that you want. Accurate records will allow you to trace back through generations to see what steps you took to achieve your ultimate goal. And don't worry, by following these procedures, you will get your full gold guppy soon, and I'll guarantee that to you. And also, if you are new to crossbreeding, you can scan our previous video tutorials on making your own strain to understand this method more further. And also, when it comes to enhancing your guppy fish color by feeding them with color enhancing food, and I'm gonna show them to you today. And for you to know, fish skin has chromatophores, a type of cell that contains color pigments. These pigments utilize carotenoids to bring forth shades of yellow or gold as xanthophyls, red and orange as carotenoids, and brown and black as melanin. Genetics dictate where these colors are, while the diet impacts the actual pigments. Carotenes are a group of carotenoids, as are xanthophyls, such as astaxanthin and lutein. And I know guys, some of you already heard about it as astaxanthin on many commercial fish foods. Other coloring shades are affected more indirectly by food, requiring a balanced diet in order to produce pigment in guppy fish. The astaxanthin, for example, can be supplied by feeding krill as standard ingredient in commercial color enhancing foods and red and green microalgae. Complementary foods have also been identified. For example, adding a little coconut oil to homemade fish food could significantly increase the accumulation of carotenoids in tissue. Once the fish have ingested, processed, and absorbed carotenoids or other pigments, they are mixed with oils or lipids and deposited into the chromatophore cells. There are hundreds of carotenoids that have been identified in plants, algae, and seafood. Yes, most are ignored by commercial fish food manufacturers due to their expense or to minimize the number of ingredients. However, when you are dealing with creatures in your aquarium, which requires these foods anyway, why not utilize natural sources, right? So let's go to color enhancing vegetables and fruits. Note, vegetables will have to be slightly cooked or add it to your homemade fish food, as what we do in our previous video. The foods that I'm going to show you this time are rich in carotenoids and astaxanthin for your guppy fish coloration. First is bell peppers, bok choy, kale, winter squash, broccoli, collards, pumpkin, mustard greens, Swiss chard, dill weed, romaine lettuce, carrots, peas, Brussels sprouts, wild blueberries, cantaloupe. And for color enhancing herbs, we find most herbs are more readily accepted by aquarium fish when powdered forms or extracts are mixed into homemade fish food, with the exception of garlic, which should be freshly crushed for full benefits. First is paprika, rose hip, goji berry, nasturtium flowers, marigold flowers, dandelion flowers, turmeric, garlic, basil, coriander, parsley, and saffron. For protein color enhancers, we have here krill as excellent source of astaxanthin, as what I've showed you earlier. And other than krill, we have protein color enhancer like plankton, salmon, mysis shrimp, and brine shrimp. So those are color enhancing foods that will make your guppy fish more vibrant in color. And I guess that's all the information for today on creating your own full gold guppy fish strain. And don't worry, creating this strain will be easy for you because we are using close related traits guppies. Trust me. And of course, if you have any comments, questions, and any clarifications, just drop your comments down below. And if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to get updated on upcoming videos like this one. Please be safe everyone. To God be the glory. Bye bye.